Welcome back. Sorry about being late this week on the video. Been a bit behind. Anyway, today I want to talk about Heroics for Beginners by John Moore. The story here is, you can kind of see for yourself on the cover. Slay dragons, rescue damsels, and defeat evil in 6 easy steps or your money back. So this is definitely not a serious book. This is definitely a comedy. You can even see Fortress of Doom open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. there on the cover, and he's got the handbook there in his hands. So anyway, Prince Kevin Timberline, he is a great candidate for, what's the word I'm looking for here? A main character. He's smart, he's charming, he is in love with his princess who reciprocates, but the princess doesn't want to just marry for love. She actually wants to marry. It's kind of weird. You get kind of taken away from that trope where the main character is, just wanting to marry for love. She actually wants to marry so that she can bring a political alliance to her kingdom. And so she doesn't really want to just marry Prince Kevin just because. So anyway, the kingdom has a magical artifact. It's Ancient Artifact Model 7. It's stolen by the evil overlord, and this is his name, Lord Voltmeter. Yes, Lord Voltmeter. He who must be named, not to be confused. Anyway, whoever can recover this artifact, save the kingdom, they get to marry the princess. So, of course, Prince Kevin is all gung-ho for this. But he does have a rival in this, and that is the warrior Prince Logan. So, anyway, he then goes out to rescue the princess. I'm trying to remember if the princess needs to be rescued or if he just needs to recover the artifact. It might be both. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Anyway, there's a lot in here to unpack because, one, it's a comedy. It was very funny. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But there's a lot of flipping of the script, so to speak. So there is a barbarian who... his name is Thunk, and he is the typical barbarian. He tries to break into the Fortress of Doom. The thing is that he's so inept that he falls for every single one of the traps. None of which are fatal, but he falls for all of them, which is interesting in and of itself. There's basically the trope where he tricks the jailer and seduces the second in command kind of thing, and that's the typical trope. So the hero gets locked in prison, and the hero then is able to somehow fool the jailer so that he gets the key. And then he seduces the second in command so he can escape. So basically what Lord Voltmeter does in this instance is he hires a super, super smart jailer. One that he feels the barbarian has no chance of outwitting. And he doesn't. He has no chance of outwitting this particular jailer. So instead he seduces the jailer. And then he outwits the second in command, which basically he had gotten the Lord Voltmeter had gotten the barbarian completely wrong. The barbarian was actually interested in guys, and so the jailer, being a guy and very smart, didn't throw him off. And his second in command was only interested in women, so the barbarian couldn't seduce her, so he just tricked her instead, and she, not being very bright, for this situation. So there's a ton of things like that. There's also Kevin's father. Kevin's father is King Eric the Totally Cool. Apparently he wears mining glasses. And because of that, they're dark, basically dark shades. So he's walking around with these sunglasses on all the time. So he's dubbed King Eric the Totally Cool. The ancient artifact that Lord Voltmeter steals. Apparently, it's not an old device. It's actually relatively new. It's called the ancient artifact because the ancient family is the one that created it, and it's Model 7. Now, Model 7 important? Actually, not really. They have several other models that could have worked. It's just that Lord Voltmeter grabbed this one because it was the most convenient. So there's a ton of things like that really subvert some of the tropes to hilarious results. That being said, it's a good read. You should check it out. I thoroughly enjoyed Heroics for Beginners. And I'm trying to make sure that I don't spoil too much of the ending. But there's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of flipping of those tropes to humorous results. So check it out. Heroics for Beginners by John Moore. That's it for today. Enjoy what you're reading, and until next time.